on Racing Pulse, the Victorian Form Preview.
Welcome to the Friday edition of the Victorian Form Preview. We are racing at Bendigo. Great to be racing at such a spacious track like Bendigo on a Friday. At this point in time, it's rated a good for the railers out 9 metres, and Harry White is here to find us all the winners. How are you, H?
I'm good, Michael. How are you?
Very well indeed. What do you make of this Bendigo card today?
I'm definitely keen to play. It looks like some good betting propositions. It's a really good meeting, actually. So hopefully with that comes plenty of winners building a bank for a really good race day tomorrow.
Absolutely. And we do know there is a fair band of rain which is coming. It's about to hit Melbourne, but so far it looks like most of it has past Bendigo. There is more coming, but it may hit later in the day. So fingers crossed they don't get too much, and we'll continue to play on a good surface. Let's get into the card today and have a look at the first race, and it kicks off at 12:30. It's a maiden over 1,100 metres. Interesting race here. We can take out 1, 6, 8, 14, 17 and 18. The favourite here is Fire, trained by Team Hawks, and it is a $2.60 chance. Jocelyn is at $4, and then we're out to Fly On By at $4.20 and Imminent Risk $9.50. The favourites had one run this time in. The next three in the market are all first up today.
Yeah, I think it's one of those top two in the market that wins. I'll kick off with the favourite, Fire. I thought stuck on well first up for third after going quite hard up front first up at Kensington. Subsequent winning forms already emerged from that race, with AC Express winning its next start comfortably in stronger grade. I think back in trip will prove advantageous as well. The horse kicked off over 1,250 back to 1,100 metres. Should be good. Jocelyn, disappointed as debut favourite down the Flemington Straight last prep, but has been given time and just keeps winning her jump outs of late. So looks to have improved. Her draw improves with the scratchings. She'll go forward. Should get every chance. Big Girl at a bit of a price, I thought was the pick of the first starters. Looks over the odds at near enough to 20-1. And then out to number 5, Imminent Risk. Was good on debut last prep in a strong form reference race. Just thought a recent jump out was only okay. But hopefully we kick off the day with a winner. 3-11-2-5.
3-11-2-5 in the first. Race number 2, it's a maiden for the 3-year-olds over 1,300 metres. In this race, we can scratch 5, 11, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Obfuscation is the favourite here for Mick Price and Mick Kent Jr. Geordie Charles rides, and it's after the scratchings now into $1.95. Traporti, $5. Cerberus, first starter from the Freedman stables at $9.50, and then we're out to a first starter called Westbrook from the Corstons yard at $9.50. Into odds on this favourite. Are you happy to play?
Well, look, it certainly wouldn't surprise Michael, just a little bit too tight in betting. For that reason, I'm with Traporti. I thought ran well through the line first up behind Invincible Caviar. That horse appears to be stakes grade, so obviously a good form reference. He himself has finished 4th in 2 stakes races as a 2-year-old. The extra trip here looks to be advantageous. He was getting stronger through the line last start. I just think it looks a nice race for him. He maps to get every chance, and we can get a nice enough price. So Traporti to beat. Obfuscation did stick on well for a minor money finish on debut. There was a big gap to the rest of the field, and the form through that race has stacked up well, with second placed Valana winning at Lakeside and knocking off frontmen in the process. So deservedly in the market, as I said, just a little bit tight. Outside of those two, maybe the Greg Urell first starter, Balsamic Vinegar, shown some ability at the jump outs, and then Rose Cuvée pulled up lame last start, so forgiving of that. I thought had been racing well prior, one for wider exotics, but I probably think it's between those top two. We'll go 8-7-3-4.
8-7-3-4 in the second. Race number 3. This is a 3-year-old maiden over 1,400. Taker 2, 4, 11 and 16. Micro is the favourite. D-Lane for James Cummings. A place getter of 6 of its 8 starts. Will today be the day it breaks through? The punters think so. It's into odds on $1.95. He's a Gem is at $6. Shabalala is at $7. Balzando is at $9. And then we're out to Guided Muscle, a first starter from the Moroni stable at $12. So the market's really honed in on the Godolphin favourite, now into odds on. Harry?
Yeah, Michael, look, I'm disappointed with the scratchings because on exposed form, Micro, looked the clear horse to beat. Still does, obviously. We're just not getting a nice price anymore. We need to take less than odds on. He'll still win. He's still my best of the day. I just hope we can get nearer to that even money quote. Maybe boost your bet if you can. I'm thinking that there might be intent to be more forward with him from a good barrier. I think with even luck, or one of the first starters who I thought have just been fair from what I've seen bobbing up, he just looks better than these. Speaking of first starters, the Hawks runner Balzando, jump out's been okay, just respecting the stable. He's a gem, got back off a slow start on debut, it was good to the line. Maybe the Danny O'Brien debutant Shabalala, if that's how you say it, was okay in a jump out as well. But for me, Micro, his race to lose, 7-1-5-9.
7-1-5 and 9 Micro odds on favourite. The way to go in race number 3 for Harry. Race number 4 in this race, it's a 3-year-old maiden over 1,500 metres. We can take out 4, 9, 10, 11, 16 and 17. Mr. Sizzle is a favourite here, and this is from the Ellerton Zara stable, $2.90. Addenda from Greg Urell's yard is at $4.60. Moxitation at $5.50, and then we're out to Journey at $6, a stablemate to the favourite. And another runner at $6, the only other one under double figure odds, is the first starter from the Waller stable, Faz Abil. So who do you like in this race, Harry?
It's an interesting race, Michael. I'm actually siding with that Waller debutant you mentioned, Faz Abil. He left a lot to be desired, to say the least, in a few trials up in Sydney. He's been given a bit of time. I thought looks quite good in a recent Flemington jump out. We know the stable place their horses wherever needed in order to prove competitive, and I'm expecting the horse puts in a forward showing and can win an even race. Mr. Sizzle, the favourite, ran okay from quite far back first up. Form from last prep reads well for this. I just wonder if he might want even further. Moxitation, disappointing last time out, had debuted strongly prior on the back of some good jump outs. That was behind Ashford Street, if I'm remembering right. And then maybe Rosabil, the Sutton and Young first starter, I thought could run a race at a price on debut from what I've seen at the jump outs, but it's fairly even. I probably wouldn't talk you out of anything, but I'll go 8, 3, 5, 12.
8, 3, 5 and 12. So you don't think the Ellerton Zara favourite is the way to go here?
I'm just worried about how far back Mr. Sizzle could get, and just about, is 1,500 metres enough? Obviously, you've got Damien Lane aboard. It's deservedly in the market based on last preparation, but I just think there's a lot of chances here, so at that price is vulnerable.
All right, well, let's see what Simon Zara has to say about those thoughts, because he joins us now. How are you, Simon?
Thanks, Michael.
Do you agree with Harry? Are there a few question marks for Mr. Sizzle?
Oh, look, he's obviously had a few goes to win a race and gets back. Obviously, that's always his issue, gets back and hits the line. But I thought at Bendigo the other day, they really didn't come from behind, and I thought his run was, one of the only horses to make ground all day. He's obviously got that pattern where he needs a bit of luck, but I think he's trained on really, really well. He looks terrific. But I just got to obviously hope that they're making ground, sort of not like they did the other day.
And what about the stablemate in the same race as Journey? They came through the same race last time, first up. Is there still a favouring to the market leader in your mind?
Yeah, I think so. I thought she was a bit disappointing the other day. Her trials had been pretty good. Her form going in that was reasonably good. So she was there to win the other day and just sort of grind it away. So it's probably D-Day for her. She's drawn well. She'll get a nice run, and hopefully she can turn it around.
If we just go back to the start of the day, can you tell us about this first starter, Big Time Girl, and what your expectations are today?
Yeah, well, she's obviously had her issues over the journey, so it's been a long time coming. She's trialled up really, really well. Just drawn a little bit awkward out there, and obviously coming out of the chute. So she's shown really good ability. Her jump outs are sharp. So obviously, I hope she can get to the races and work it all out. But give her a nice little each way chance.
Karate misses a $34 chance in race 3. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think so. She was a bit disappointing the other day. Her first up run on the synthetic was good and hit the line nicely. And we thought she'd probably run a touch better than what she did the other day. So hopefully you can see something turn her form around today.
And Brilliant Ventures in good form, second favourite in race 5, but has to beat Villancoulis. How do you think Brilliant Venture will go?
Oh, it looks a good race for him. Just probably hope the rain doesn't arrive. He's better on top of the ground. I think he carried with the 64 or something the other day, got held up and thought his run was outstanding. This looks a perfect race for him. If he gets a nice run, I thought he'd be actually pretty hard to beat.
Okay, well, it's a good push. What about Sahara Song first up in race number 7?
Just had a long layoff, just had some chips taken out, so she's just taken a while to get back to races. Probably her fitness might be the issue today. Thought she'd run well, but with plenty of improvement.
Okay, and Murganella second up in the last. Maybe another one that doesn't want to see much rainfall?
Yeah, I did my money on him the other day. I was counting the money at the top of the straight, but he probably was probably hit the front a little bit early for him and had a bit of a think about it. So we'll just ride him a touch colder. Going to the last start, I thought he'd be pretty hard to beat. I thought he was our best on the day. So I'll forgive him for that. He's going to the right trip, should get a nice run, and just ride him a touch colder to finish off a bit, and he's definitely got a good each way.
All right, I'll ask you about Scissor Step tomorrow. First up, the son of Toronado. Is he trained up to win first up?
Look, if the rain arrives, he probably won't go around first up on a heavy track. So, look, he looks to have good improvement. His coach's not quite there yet. He's probably his form last time in was outstanding. So he's quite up to these. It's just whether what happens with the track conditions tomorrow.
Good luck today and tomorrow. Fingers crossed, Simon.
No, thanks, Michael.
So Simon Zara joining us there with his look of runners today and tomorrow. We're up to race number 5 where gave a really good push for Brilliant Venture, the second favourite. Villancoulis is the $2.25 favourite, and then we're down to $5 Brilliant Venture, Chock Wedge at $6.50. Who do you like in this race, Harry?
I'm with the favourite Villancoulis. Atoned for 2 runs back with a good maiden win at Track and Trip last time out. Justified even money favouritism. Look, she does have to carry an extra 5 kilos, but it's relative to the field. John Allen sticks on. I don't think this looks much harder. I just think she goes on with it, and the market agrees. Maybe the best one at somewhat of a price, Dancing Duck, third up off a fresh and should appreciate stepping back up in Trip. Ran a good third at Track and Trip in this grade 3 runs back. Brilliant Venture on best prior form would blow this field away. I'm just not sure we'll see it. And then Star Watcher might just be the best of the rest of them. 3, 5, 1, 10.
3, 5, 1 and 10 in the 5th. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the quaddie at Bendigo today.
On RSN 927's Racing Pulse, the Victorian Form Preview.
Welcome back to the Victorian Form Preview at Bendigo today. We are up to the first leg of the quaddie, which is race number 6, and this is a 64 over 1,100 metres. Take out 4, 8 and 14. Circle of Magic is the favourite. First up for Mark and Levi Kavanagh, $3.10. Smile at Marshall is at $4.20, and then we're out to Zootons at $5. Who do you like in the first leg of the quaddie?
If I had a next best of the day, Michael, this would be it. Circle of Magic jumped out well on numerous occasions leading into this prep. Was a first up winner last prep. It was maiden grade, but her form thereafter in stronger grade reads very well, and I think those efforts just seem more than good enough to win a race like this. Even keener now, my original second and third elect are scratched. Zootons gets promoted to second, blinkers on, capable of better than what we saw last start. Ho Ho Prince was a good debut winner, then jumped up sharply in class, wasn't disgraced by any means. Those runs were both on the synthetic. If he likes turf as well, he can prove competitive. Smiler Marshall has only found one better in his last 2 runs, next best, but I'm quite keen on the 11 ahead of 3, 5 and 6.
All right, 11, one of the better bets of the day. Circle of Magic at $3.10 in race number 6. Race number 7, a 64 over 1,100 metres. We can take out 1, 10, 13 and 14. Predetermined, John Allen on board for Leon and Troy Corstens, $3.80. Turnstar, $4.60. Lang Bang Bang, $4.80. Saltpeter at $7.50. It was a pretty confident Troy Corstens who joined the Brekkie boys this morning discussing Predetermined.
Yeah, the punters have got it right. I think he's probably our best for the day. He's really come on this horse. I think he's going to be very hard to beat.
It's a good push. He drops in class. You can still get $3.80. Are you with Predetermined here, Harry?
I'm not. I certainly wouldn't knock it. Definitely goes into the quaddie. I'm actually going with Turnstar. He's only narrowly beaten here post-freshen last time out. Drops 2.5 kilos by taking on the older horses. I think where he gets to in the run from the inside draw is the key. Saltpeter, clearly the class horse of the field. He's only had one jump out leading into this. So I just wonder if he'll need the run and a bit more ground. But class can carry him a long way. Lani Bang Bang, back in grade. Up in trip are both positive. She'll be strong at the back end of the race. Sahara Song's been jumping out well, generally comes to hand quickly, and Predetermined, a good chance in an even field. 12-3-5-9.
12-3-5-9 in race number 7. Race number 8 is the third leg of the quaddie, which is a benchmark 64 over 1600. We can take out 4, 11, 12 and 13. Saint Tropez for Lloyd Kenterwell's $3.50. The Enzo at $4.60. Capodanno, $4.80. And then we're out to Murganella at $5.50. How many have you got in this leg of the quaddie, Harry?
Chucking 3 in, but I'm with the favourite Saint Tropez. He's done more than enough in 2 runs since breaking maiden status first up. The form through those races has stacked up well, and on each occasion he savaged the line late. That gives me the impression he will relish the mile. Capodanno offsets top weight with a claimer engage, maps to get every chance. Looks well placed back in grade. Murganella, spec'd at odds when resuming, wasn't all that far away. Prior form suggests he improves with a run under the belt. Silver Lake winkers off, goes in as next best. 10-1-5-8.
10-1-5-8. And the last of 9 jumps at 4:30 this afternoon. It's a 64 over 1,300 metres. In this race, we can scratch 3, 11, 15, 16, 17 and 18. With those scratchings, the favourite Elusive Express is now into $3. First up, Anthony and Sam Freedman. Sam did mention it yesterday, gave it a decent push. Race number 8 is Rock Ribbed. Good push from Dave Eustace this morning for this galloper at $3.10. Then we're out to Hot in Paris first up at $7 and Madame Superior at $11. So not a bad little race. The top 3 in the market all have ability. Who did you end up with?
Yeah, they're the 3 I want in the quaddie. I'm glad to see the money come for Elusive Express this morning. I'm glad to see the horse gain to start. I like the way she won on debut. Seemed to have a bit in hand. Her most recent jump out win was eye-catching. Comes up with the perfect draw to go straight to the front. I think she will take running down. Rock Ribbed stuck on well in a race that appeared to favour those finishing off. Also noting it was won by Churath, who since won a further 2 on the trot in stronger grade. Hot in Paris, as the market suggests, I thought looked the other key hopes. Maybe Revless, the best roughie, if you wanted to go a bit wider. 14-8, 15-12.
14-8, 15 and 12 in the last leg of the quaddie. How do we play today, Harry?
Best, race 3, number 7, Micro. Value, race 4, number 8, Fazabil. Quaddie, I'm going 1 out in the first leg. Number 11 only. Second leg, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Third leg, 1, 5, 10. Last leg, 8, 12, 14. Play of the day, Damian Lane, $3.20. Jockey Challenge is a bet for me.
All right. What price in the Jockey Challenge?
$3.20.
$3.20. Have you got one tomorrow for us as well, Harry?
I think in race 2, Mr. Brightside can keep on winning.
Mr. Brightside looks very hard to beat. You have a good day today, Harry. Good punting.
Same to you, Michael.